Everybody, smash the like button.
Yo, GM. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Monday morning. It's August 18th, man. We're cruising through another month. My goodness. I hope you had a great weekend. I know I sure did. I know that I did. Let's see. We did a lot of stuff around the house. I'm telling you, we like rearranged our lower floor. We're going to do some work on the upstairs floor this week. But it feels good, man. You refresh like the way things look, the layout, you get like a whole new vibe going. So that was a fun little project that we did over the weekend. Got some pool time as well. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Whatever you did, whatever the heck you did for this weekend, I hope you freaking enjoyed it. Shout out to the fam chatting over on the YouTubes. We got Mike Lowry, we got Paulie. What's up? Shout out to you if you're in the space too. Let's go. I know that crypto is dipping today, so I wonder if y'all are buying the dip. Feel free if you want to. Yo, Doom, there he is. What's up, G? Feel free if you guys want to pop up onto the stage and chat. You are more than welcome to. Just raise your hand if you are free and able and willing. That is your thing. We'll go over some stuff really quick. Let's see. I want to pull up. Let's see this page, and we'll go share this tab. I got the crypto bubbles open. My goodness, does that look terrible? We've got just a handful that are positive today. We got Chainlink in the positive. You got Hex in the positive, 3.2%. One of these days, I should check in on my Cuatro Cinco Club. I staked my Hex for 15 years. I think we're in year 12. We've got like 12 years left or something, like 11 and a half. There's somewhere in that number. I got to take a look at that and see where we're at as far as the old Hex stake goes. But shout out to Nerd Girl. We did an interview several years ago, and I got some tokens for that, and I put them up for the 555 Cuatro Cinco Club. 5,555 days. So what else we got positive? We've got XMR, Monero. So just a handful. I think this is the top 100, right? Yeah, let's see. That's just the top 100. We've only got 3 positives in the top 100. So one of those days. It's just like a Limp Bizkit. It's just one of those days. Let's see here. If we take a look at, this is fun. We haven't done this in a while. So let's go through the market. And then, if anybody wants to pop up, there we go. Neil, my guy. Carrie, I'm going to make you a co-host, and you don't have to speak if you're not able, but just in case I got the audio connection issue, we'll do that. All right. So we have got the crypto market is down 2.5% today, 3.91 trillion. Let's go. Or Bitcoin dominance. We'll check. I want to check actually TradingView for all that stuff, because it's been a minute since I looked at the dominance chart when we were at like the 62% level, somewhere around there. And so I know that things have fallen a little bit. And there's always a big difference on CoinMarketCap versus like the TradingView chart. Like if you, again, that says 58.9% Bitcoin dominance, but I'll bring it on over to TradingView and let's look at the dominance here. I would always trust this. Oh shit. Okay. It was pretty freaking close. Not usually this close, but 59.72% Bitcoin dominance. Slipped all the way down to, slipped down to 59.6. This is arbitrary at the decimal points on all of that stuff. But Neil, what's up, brother? GM.
Hey, man. Good morning. I was just looking at that chart you're talking about. It looks like it just rejected off of 21, got bounced off the 200. So it's hopefully it'll start moving back up though, because man, that my Ondo, boy, that stuff took a dip, didn't it?
Come on, man. I thought when we've been flirting with that, like, well, let's go over $1. Let's go to $1.08. Let's go to, and then all of a sudden we're back under $1. It's like, what are you doing? I thought,
yeah, who the hell?
Go for it.
I said, who the hell is selling?
These damn institutions, man, they are trying to make it tough on all of us. And listen, I fully expect that we're going to take, and I think I had said this last week, I think we're due for a dip. I think there are some people who kind of agree. That I'm ready for a dip so that I can buy some more, because I got no crypto right now. But it's, you know, it is the way that it is. That's me being greedy. And I will preface all of that with, for once in my life, in this crypto futures, all this, whatever, I'm going to be greedy. And I hope that we get the dip of all dips before the rip of all rips. That's what I'm hopeful for. So take your profits if you need them. Don't listen to me. Just you do you, boo. You do.
You know, sometimes I think, man, you just diamond hand it for a while and it works out, and it does in most cases. And sometimes it's like, man, you see, like you're talking about, when it got up to, I think, what, 111 the other day, I was like, man, you know, I could cash this out and then just buy back in when it goes lower. But then again, you think, man, it may not go much lower. So it's always a struggle, always a struggle.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You know, I would think, like, if anything, you know, maybe alt season's cooked for a little bit, and Bitcoin can continue to push and do its thing. I mean, we know that, like, this is Bitcoin's bull run. That's all the institutions, and that's what people are talking about. They're not talking about altcoins right now. Now, we know Ethereum may have its little time, but if I'm not mistaken, in the headline that I saw, you know, could have just been a FUD, a bullshit thing, but BlackRock sold a bunch of Ethereum. You know, everything's taking a hit today. ETH down almost 4.5% today. Bitcoin down 2%. VeChain down 5%. Ondo down 6%. XRP down 4%. Sol down 6%. SWE down 6%. HBAR down 4%. Man, oh man. Oh, but look
HBAR
what's up,
still,
baby.
boy, it's still powerful.
Look what's up. The Better token. Better token's up 2% today. That thing is just been.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say too, man. You know, Arrow has really surprised me, dude. Think I bought some at it like 51 cents, and then it went down again. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna move this over something smaller cap. I was like, you know, maybe we go to $3. Dude, it could run pretty good this year. I mean, or whenever the macro environment gets ready.
Yeah, well, 100%. I think that there are a lot of tokens that are just primed to roll. And, you know, like, again, you know, there's a lot of speculation that'll still be. This is crypto, right? Like, there's always going to be speculation here. But I think at some point we will start to see some of these projects, some of these tokens, some of these ecosystems that are actually doing something. You know, that will, I believe, in the short future, that will start to play kind of a bigger role in how things shape, right? Because it, like, people aren't, I don't know, can you speculate on shit in the stock market? I mean, I know that there's, like, you know, people were buying pot stocks. Well, you know, that was kind of more of a speculative market and all that stuff. But is it as crazy as the crypto market? I don't believe so, right? And so I think, like, at some point, like, as this ecosystem matures, like, we get a little bit more like that, where we're, again, there's always will be the casino. The casino will always be here, just like Vegas is here. You got Bourbon Street and Beale Street, you know, all those, like, little spots throughout the US here. And I'm sure that there are places like that in the world. You got, you know, the red light district in Amsterdam, and, you know, wherever else, you know, that's the casino. Like, those are the meme coin casinos in real life, or those little spots that, I mean, they're not everywhere, right? Like, where I live is not like Las Vegas. It's not like Atlantic City. And so, you know, we live on the utility side of the world, and there is still the DJoin meme coin casino. So always be a visitor to the casino, real life and in the DJs, the Web3. It's a fun place. How was your weekend? Carrie, what you got going on, man? How was your weekend? You do anything fun?
Oh shit, man! I didn't do much fun. Did some gardening. It was not as hot here as it has been, so like my grass is like like my lawn is crispy. It's like brown and crispy, and it hurts to walk on. It's like unpleasant. Usually, it's like lush and green, and it's like you want to walk on it in bare feet. It's just like atrocious right now. I'm looking out at it. My wheat plants are okay though. They're like I got them in a little bit of shade so that they're not like in direct sunlight all day, so they're not getting cooked. But like the lawn is just fucking brown, dude. And so yeah, I was out there pulling weeds and stuff all weekend, like pulling weeds around my weeds, trying to straighten things out and get them looking nice. And But it was just it's been so hot up here, man. It's like just and humid too. Like since I got back from Saskatchewan, it's just like all I've wanted to do is hang out inside in the air conditioning and fucking watch YouTube and shit. Because fucking it's too hot to do anything active outside. Like it's not that it's hot, it's humid. It's like you get sticky and you just get wet. Like as soon as you go out there, and I hate that wet, sticky fucking feeling. You know what I mean?
That's
That's how
the
it
worst.
always
Yeah,
feels in the South. Always.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Atlanta. We get some, I would tell
Yeah,
you.
we get that Caribbean heat. It's different, man. Like it's like island heat or something that's coming up off the East Coast, that El Nino or whatever the fuck they call it. Because you go out to Saskatchewan and it's like nothing. It's nothing like that out there. It's the same temperature. Temperature doesn't change. In fact, it's a little bit hotter, but it's so dry. It's just so dry that it's nice. You can just sit outside on a hammock and fucking relax, and you're not constantly like sweating your balls off. It's
You know what?
great.
I'm with you, Carrie. Like everywhere I've gone this year too, like every time I've had to travel, it's just been hot, hot, hot. Like, and even when I went to Vegas, out there, like it was like 116 degrees. It was like nutty, right? And it cooled down at home, but I was obviously gone, back to the heat. So I'm with you, man. Like I'm just so over the hot heat. And I'd rather usually be hot than cold, right? Like don't get me wrong, but I'm just like the oppressive heat has just like got to go. And so yesterday, we did something, and I showered and I came downstairs in a hoodie, and then I had to go to the grocery store, and it's just like one of those things. Like, well, I'm just so ready to put a hoodie on, but I can't quite yet. And so like walked outside. Whitney was laughing. She's like, "What are you wearing?" And I'm like, "Man, I just want to wear a hoodie." But had to change to go to the store because I mean that would be you'd pass out from heat stroke trying to wear that thing. But I don't know, we're still in the 90s, and yeah, we get the humidity. I am so ready for the fall time. I'm like I don't quite care about the jeans and the UGG boots and the the Lululemon pants and all that. Just give me a hoodie. That's all I want.
Yeah, man. I'm with you right there. I want to rock a hoodie badly. I can't. I got one hoodie that's really light, and I can wear it inside the house with the air conditioning on. It's quite kind of cool. So I've been rocking that. But then I forget I'm wearing it, and I go out to water the plants. It's like holy shit! Well, I was walking into a brick wall. The other day, I was like wearing like the lightest shirt that I have, and I went to get into my car. Holy Christ! I think I actually passed out, and I like woke back up, and I'm like in my car, like, like what the fuck just happened? Yeah, no, it's like a real thing. Like I think I got heat stroke for like 5 seconds or something. I just got in the car and just like, and I don't know what happened for like. I just remember kind of coming back to and thinking to myself, maybe it's not such a good idea to go for a drive right now. Like,
just go back into the
yeah,
AC.
it's been a
take the hoodie off. Go back
two
in.
squirrels having sex on the fence. That's interesting.
On that note, I'm going to take this opportunity because I've drinking a lot of coffee so far, but I've not done my mug shot.
You haven't taken a mug shot?
Nope.
Oh, take one. Oh, there's a little bit of news on the Bubbles front. The Bubbles rewards were just taken back from like a 1 base reward to 0.7 base rewards. So if you get a little less from your Bubbles, don't be shocked. They made an announcement yesterday. And unfortunately, dude, the official Bubbles bubble bottle that you got isn't an actual multiplier bottle.
Right.
It's like a promo bottle.
Right.
I did not know that. I was like, yeah, he got the fucking +5 multiplier bottle. He's gonna be rocking. No, then they were like, I went on a 24-hour space yesterday. Did you manage to hit that space up?
No, I ended up being busy.
That 24-hour VeChain space. Oh, yeah, I got in there for a little while yesterday morning, but
they ran that thing for like 24 hours.
Bubbles and stuff. And yeah, I think I did it for fucking 24 hours. I popped in at the end, and they were just like winding it down. They're like, "We only got 4 more hours to go. This is the last time I'm ever doing this shit."
I've done a 24-hour space before, man. That was like fucking brutal, like brutal.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like, and then there's like poor people are like sitting there, and you're like, okay, I gotta like fucking, you know, invariably you're gonna have to like take a fucking dump or like go eat something. That's gonna be fun for people to listen to, and you know what I mean. Unless you've got like a litany of co-hosts.
Well, yeah, that's the whole
But
plan, I believe. Man, I got a 0.1. I got a 0.1 on my mugshot. Something must have gone wrong.
0.1?
0.1.
Oh, that's not good.
That's all right. That's from I don't ever use
Maybe
this
everybody's
phone.
pulling the rewards back. That's what happens. Oh, okay. You're not using your Ultra account then.
Well, no, it's the same account, but it's just on a different phone. But I don't know, maybe because of the different device or whatever, you're just like, man, that's a bot, or who knows? Because I know the 0.1 is like that's the amount that the bots get. But I know that if I try to do it like on my actual phone that I'm running the space on, then I just turbo rug. So I'm not interested in doing.
Oh yeah,
that.
you can't do it during a space. I've tried during a space, and it's like, no, not happening. Just the camera just goes down. Just won't work.
Yeah.
And I'm not running a VPN or nothing. It's just like, no, I don't like X running at the same time.
So I have VPNs on both phones, but I thought it was. I'm pretty sure it's turned off, but you know, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. What's up, Paulie?
Hey, brother, working, but I wanted to jump in quick to let you know, yeah, there's been an issue with Mugshot. I don't even use a VPN, but I got set, so I had to actually reach out to Mugshot, and they fixed it for me. I don't know what the problem is, but you might just want to, I don't know, maybe I'll check back with them to see if there's an issue that you need to get squared away.
I'll send a
Because
message
for some reason, it seems like a lot of people got reset to like super low rewards for some reason. I don't know why. I'll check out real quick and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, cool. I appreciate it. And like again, you know, there are times where like even on the BYB app, it's like the same thing. Honestly, like, listen, if it happens a few times here or there, like I don't care. The whole idea of still getting rewarded for doing something that I'm already doing, the amount that you get doesn't bother me. I'm not chasing this to get rich. I'm doing this to prove that it's, you know, it's the smart thing to do. It's the right thing to do. It's easy because you're already freaking doing it. Plus, it's a great onboarding tool, and I think that's the most important thing about this. You know, the entire ecosystem, and you guys know the story, and you know, I'll kind of briefly go through it one more time for anybody maybe catching this for the first time. But you know, I've been in this space since 2017. And there was, you know, this was Mugshot was the thing that got my wife into like really like liking crypto enough to create on-chain transactions every single day. So now we're using Mugshot, Bubbles. She does Scoop Up. You know, we caught the bug as a fam, and so we've got an account for our daughter. We're trying to figure out this whole device thing and how to get her, because we don't really want to give her a phone. That's silliness. But she got an iPad, but it's hard for her to take pictures of the water while with the iPad, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, our family, man, we love we love all the apps. I think the whole Be Better DAO ecosystem is great. It was funny. I was cleaning out my office. I told you we did some earlier in the show. I told you we did some like housework this weekend and kind of reorganized and rearranged some of the rooms in our house. But I also did some work where I was like going through some of the old bins in my closet of my office, and like I got like this massive bag of old crypto t-shirts and hoodies and all sorts of stuff. At some point I'm gonna make like a blanket. But dude, like guys, I don't know why I said but dude, but ladies and gentlemen, this was amazing. There was I don't know where I got this thing from, but it's a V Better DAO t-shirt. It's like a white t-shirt for V Better DAO, and on the back it's like it says three things, like something, engage, earn, something, but I spilled a little something on it. And so Whitney's got to clean it off, or else I'd be wearing it this morning. But I will definitely be wearing it Thursday for the show, for the VeChain Power Hour. So make sure you guys tune back in on Thursday. Yeah, you should tune in every day for sure, but Thursdays for sure. What's up, Paulie?
Yeah, so Mugshot just got back to me, and they said to have you just message their X account with your wallet address, and they'll see if something might have triggered it.
Okay.
So cool. Just wanted to throw that heads up to you.
See, I mean, how amazing is that? Like how that was like 30 seconds later, they got back to you with a response. Like, man, there's really not too many places where I know that there are projects that will get back to you. Don't get me wrong. I'm generalizing. Yes, I know that. But, you know, for the most part, you know, this is a pretty major ecosystem, and that's quick turnaround time. Gotta love that. So shout out to Piero and the team at Mugshot. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's definitely one way to stand out right now is to get back to your customer base immediately. That's one thing that lacks everywhere in like any industry
Dude,
right now. So
in Web3, you need to show up every day, period. That's just the way that it is. If you want to be anyone, and go anywhere in Web3, you need to show up every fucking day,
Isn't that
Saturdays and Sundays included, and you need to get back to people when they fucking reach out to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. How hard is it? And but that's it. If you make that your job, and that's your whole job, then it's possible, right?
I would tell you,
But
this is
you have
like
to-
that kind of like, and I don't have the responsibility, and I haven't taken on, you know, launching a project because like that was not like, I don't think that was the time. But like with for the most part, most things considered, like what I do is a full-time job, and you got to show up every day. And like, I'll tell you, man, there are some days where you're like, fuck this, like, you know, and so you got to think, you know, as a founder, if you have to show up every single day, like, I mean, granted, you are like, I don't get paid for any of this. Like, you know, hardly am I ever getting paid for what I do. So it's different. If you're the project founder, hopefully you secured the bag when you minted out, or you launched your coin, you did your CTO or whatever, like whatever, however it worked for you. Hopefully you made the bag and it's worth it for you that time. But I feel like for the most part, that's why you get a lot of founders who get burnt the fuck out, because they didn't quite get what they were probably expecting to get. And they're like, well, fuck this. Like, I can't do this. This is not sustainable. You know?
yeah, but if you look at that, I agree with you. But like any business, if you build a business, dude, there's that part where everything falls off and you're literally just grinding. I mean, it comes back to you, but you got to put in the time and the effort for sure.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah, I mean, you get that burnout and people just give up. But that's where the projects that stay here, that's been here, that continue to grind through either, the crypto's down and it's down and it's down and they're still here grinding. Those are the ones that I respect because
Yeah,
it's
and you know
tough,
what?
man.
That's why. I mean, ultimately, and we talk about, you know, like what's ultimately like what's the most important for, you know, the survival of a project. And you can have an amazing team. You can have a founder that shows up every single day. You can have a dev that built a rock solid fucking project, but if the community stops showing up, ultimately that becomes a problem. And so, I mean, right along to the same thing, like if you build and you like curate like a great community, I think your community will then maybe take over some of those days where you're like, yo, team, like, I need to step away for a day and a half, or I'm going to go for a weekend with my family on a cruise or whatever. Like, y'all steer the ship while I'm gone. You can let your community kind of navigate that for you. And I think that's important shit. Like, when you're talking about building projects, building communities, building ecosystems, all that, you know, really it's like, how do you find the right people to help? You know, as the founder, as the dev, as the team, how do you find the right people to help you out so that you can, like, you know, experience life without the burnout, you know? Because that's some serious stuff. And listen, there's very few times where we talk about this kind of shit. Like, this is back to the mental health kind of thing where, I mean, this burnout in Web3 is serious because, I mean, you said it right there, like 24/7, like 365, like that's crypto Web3. If you take 2 days off, you're a week behind. Right. But, you know, that's why, again, you have a solid support system and support team. You can do that kind of stuff. You can live somewhat of a normal life because we're spoiled and we're all, you know, we're built a little different. I think if you're running this kind of stuff, you know, you have to be.
Yeah. Yo, man, Red Planet, Arthur, the guy who runs the show, he just got back from like a month worth of vacation. I think he's still on vacation, but he went to Turkey for a week, and we still like talked. Like he was still there, and like he didn't want to like leave his project go because it was his baby, right? He's like, "What do I do?" And I'm like, "Dude, don't worry. There's the rest of us who got you. You know, like you can go and fucking have a week off, and you know, like enjoy yourself." And he did, but he was still popping in and checking in. And the same thing with like Zerk and Trendy from this Mad Scientist. Trendy just got back from vacation, and like we were during that time we were putting together the Red Planet Apothecary Club for the Mad Scientist, and they're a great example because they've been around for like 2 years now. Great community, great project founders. And that's their ethos is that you got to just show up and people will fucking, you know, as long as you got the quality project and you're showing the hustle and you're there, and you're accessible to people, then you're gonna be okay, and then you've got that community to like back you up. Where if you do have a sick day or you do need a mental health break day, then you can take that day off and nobody is going to fucking rug the project on you, and nobody's gonna start like flooding the project or anything like that, right?
Dude, he didn't say good morning for the first time. Sell the project.
Yeah,
He's
what's this
gone.
no GM shit?
He rugged.
Fuck that.
He rugged.
He's out.
He's out. What's up, Tyler?
Hey, buddy. No, just I was just gonna enjoy the conversation, but then once you guys got on that topic, I just had to kind of chime in a little bit. And yeah, I completely agree. But I think the most important thing is figuring out why you even launched in the first place. Because if you're going to be sustainable, you have to think forward and develop something that you're going to have fun with. If and like we've been around since January 1st, and it's like if we're not having fun, we're gonna get burned out. So like take that into consideration and what your daily tasks are and how your community is gonna build, and what your responsibilities as like a team member is. Because if you're not having fun, you're just gonna get burned out, dude. And we have fun every single day.
Seriously, like if you're not having fun, what are you doing?
But I mean, like,
Yeah, that's an awesome point, dude.
Not just saying that though. Not just saying
100%.
that. Like, I can't wait to get on crypto Twitter in the morning and start memeing people and interacting with people, and I can't wait for our spaces. I can't wait for hopping in our Telegram, seeing what people are doing. But you have to like how we're gonna make this fun. And if your goal to launch a project is to just make a bunch of money and grow your account or whatever, then that's not going to lead to anything. It just ends in burnout, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I think it all ties into the community aspect is really what you're speaking to, right? Well, trying to do something that you enjoy doing, but involving others as well. What you said, checking the Telegram group, responding to memes. You're engaging with people. I think that's an important aspect to building 100%. Yeah, great point.
Yeah, do you think, and I think, obviously, what sucks is that you've got other factors to deal with that I think most businesses don't have to, right? You've got basically a user base, and now there are some people who have segmented themselves off, but for the most part, like, if you're like an NFT founder, you've got to deal with the crypto market, right? You've got to deal with potential bear markets. You got to deal with obviously you take the bad with the good though, so you get to deal with days where the 20% and all that stuff in the positive direction. But like you've got to prepare yourself for things that are totally outside of your control. Now, again, you could think about some of the projects and you think the blue chips completely escaped a lot of maybe the bear market woes, but some projects that maybe had the really good art, they had great teams, they had great concepts, they just had shitty timing, right? And they launched right as the markets got shit. And that ultimately was a demise. I know plenty of projects that I really enjoyed their art and the community and the idea behind what they were building and where they wanted to go. But at the end of the day, just didn't have quite the treasury to survive the bear market. And, that's unfortunate, but that's one of the things you got to deal with in the crypto market, right? Any kind of blockchain thing is, again, they're still too tight. And as much as we want to, wish and hope that they're not, they are. Some of us thought putting some of their crypto into NFTs during the bear market was a good idea. I did.
I personally, I'm going to take a counter stance to what you said. All due respect.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I love that.
I enjoy the bear market. We had that big lull after the Trump launch, and what that allowed us to do is not so much focus on our all-time highs and it let us just like, let's just build. Like there's nothing going on. Crypto Twitter's dead. you know, there's not focus on, oh, how high is your market cap going this week? It's like, you know, everybody's in the trenches right now. So let's use this time to, like, you know, engage with people and build some stuff out. You can shift your focus a little bit. So I enjoy the quiet times.
Yeah, don't
Yeah, I
get me
saw a
wrong.
great meme yesterday, man.
What's that?
I saw this great meme yesterday. That was like your average noob, and they were like, "I hope the Bitcoin price just goes up forever." And then there was like the actual Bitcoiner, and then they're saying to themselves, "I hope there's another fucking dip so I can selfishly back the truck up."
I told
You
you I
know
was
what I
being
mean?
selfish.
Like those.
I was being selfish. I want one more
Yeah,
dip
that's what
too,
I'm
but
saying. It's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish because what most of us don't have that whole coin yet, and we want to get there. And you know, we're not going to get there if it fucking hits $1 million tomorrow. So like, we want like a little bit of greed in the opposite direction is a healthy thing too, because it allows us to accumulate. Right?
yeah.
Those of us who have that long-term vision, it gives us time to accumulate, and that's good.
True. And like, and Tyler, kind of like you, and don't get me wrong. And I think that, again, there's always exceptions to the rule and whatnot. I too agree with you that, you know, bear markets or, you know, kind of the different times, I think that they're better. And this particular show, the Web3 Breakfast Club, was actually built out of the bear market, and it was the necessity for all of us to stick together and to make sure that we still, you know, communicated on a daily basis, you know, even though people were dropping off, capitulation was happening, portfolios were getting wrecked, all that stuff. It was still a place to come and hang out and chit chat. So I'm with you. I think that there's a lot of positive that comes out of, you know, usually it's a clean out of some of the bullshit. When you go to conferences and bear markets, they are way better because it's people that are true believers. Absolutely, a lot of good comes out of, you know, the times when times gets tough, and you know, not that I'm wishing for that, but I'm wishing for that. You know, it's fun to connect with, you know, the real people and not, you know, people who are just opportunists. You know, like, because this industry is filled with opportunists for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I actually no, I love the trenches.
Mhm.
And you know, and the thing is also my, you know, unfortunately for all the people that were involved with the FTX, my best day in crypto ever for me long term was the day that FTX collapsed. Um, Looking back and the moves that I made when that whole thing happened, um, dude, that's why I'm in the positions. That's why I have the bags that I have now, because that happened.
I wouldn't have no Solana if it was still up at $250. I'm telling you. The only reason I have a bag of Solana is because it went down to fucking $15. And now I'm happy.
Let's see.
And that was all SBF. That was SBF's fault. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's one of the things that I did sleep on Solana when that whole thing happened. You know, sub 20, that was just, there was just so much nervousness. You know, I took advantage of the Bitcoin, you know, at that point. But looking
oh
back,
yeah. I
man,
know
like,
you needed balls of steel to fuck with Solana back then, but
yeah,
Solana's never coming back.
yeah. Yeah, that's definitely probably one of my biggest regrets also. But you know, it's, yeah, I don't know.
That
Yeah.
would be a fun. That would be a fun show to do. Is everybody's biggest crypto regrets? Mine are early on. Binance would give you free tokens just for signing up. Mine was selling those at $8, thinking I was a boss hog. And then like shortly thereafter, it went to like 500, 400 or 500. I was like, wait, what? What just happened? So that's one of my biggest crypto regrets is selling my BNB token a little too early. And then my biggest regret of all time, I guess maybe we can just start that episode right now. My biggest regret is selling a full Bitcoin when the value for a full Bitcoin was equivalent to the price of a mutant ape. And I pulled the trigger on that. If any of y'all remember that, pulled the trigger on what was, I think, 25K, 21K, something like that, when Bitcoin was that. And so was a mutant. It's a great place to park the money, man.
21K though, you just say that number, it just seems like such a low number now, like $21,000. Like, what is that? You know what I mean?
What?
After a while of being in this, like you get numb. Like for a while, $21 million or $21,000 would have changed my life, like turned my life around. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Well,
like
one's worth
now,
like
at this point, I'm like,
115,000. One's
what's
worth like 2,100. Damn it. Damn it. But what about you guys? What's your biggest, or do you
That's
want to
what
save
crypto
it for a
does to you,
show,
man.
actual show?
Now,
we
my
could do a whole
biggest
episode.
regret
Go ahead,
is
man.
I was working when I worked at US Bank as a branch manager. There was a guy that kept coming in, and he was literally shilling Bitcoin to me. And this was back like in 2013, 2014. So Bitcoin was literally dollars. You know, I mean, it was so cheap. And I remember looking at it, and it was like $400 at the time. It might have been 2012, but it was really cheap. And I'm like, dude, this is such a scam. And there were so many times I looked at it, and I'm like, should I just buy like $100, throw $100 in? I wish I would have. That's my biggest regret. Is that right there? Because I would have done that, I would be sitting so good right now. And you know, there's always a risk to reward. So I've learned that now. That, you know, if you've got $100 and there's something new that's out there, you don't know if it's gonna, just throw it in it. I mean, it's $100. You can literally make that back in a few hours, depending on what you're doing, or in a day, whatever. Because you just never know. You just never know. And I've learned that. That's a valuable lesson that I take with me.
That's a great one. Very similar, man. I had back in 2000. It's funny between, and this is no joke, guys. Between 2008 and 2011, 2000 and late 2010 and early 2011, I was living in Colorado, and I've told this story to a few people. But we used to sell flowers. Wink, wink, flowers. You get it? So we would sometimes, occasionally, somebody would ask, "Hey, do you accept Bitcoin?" Nah, bro. That is for drug dealers and pirates. Cash only. Cash only for these flowers. So now you could possibly say, like, because you would think like a pound of flowers back then was definitely worth some money, and you would think like if you would have accepted one time to pay you in Bitcoin for that, would have been a whole nother ball game, baby. A whole nother ball game. Woo.
Yeah, Bitcoin is for nothing but flower peddlers and pedophiles.
I don't know about that,
Jesus
but
Christ. Well, they'd say they called it rat poison and said it was a venereal disease, dude. Come on, they've thrown everything at Bitcoin that they can come up with, and and they've called us dead, according to some chart 100 times, and we come back stronger every time. So fuck them, fuck you, Charlie Munger, Chuck, fuck
but
you.
didn't
fuck
they?
you.
But they're the ones
I know
who they were buying
like
in
to
the
speak
background
real
the
ill
whole
of the
dang
dead.
time.
You think? You think Charlie Munger had a secret stash?
I don't think Munger does.
Not Charlie Munger. But do you think, because there was a bank that Berkshire Hathaway invested in, I forget the name of the bank right now, but they were ultimately, their focus was crypto. And so like whether it was inadvertent or it was just, you know, minimal exposure, first touch point, whatever it was, like he did buy a bank that was directly related to crypto. Warren Buffett. What's the name of the
Oh,
bank?
that's funny.
I think it was.
Uh-oh.
I just looked it up, and it says that it was New Holdings. I guess it was a Brazilian digital banking company. Does that sound familiar?
New bank or whatever. New bank.
New Holdings is what it was called. But
NU.
yeah, I guess
It is spelled
Warren
NU,
Buffett-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
okay.
Yep.
Well, what's funny is though what you're talking about, like people inadvertently or not intentionally buying Bitcoin that they do. What's really funny is a lot of these financial advisors, including my father-in-law's, he goes and asks. He says, you know, I'm interested in getting some Bitcoin in my portfolio, and their response is, no, you actually have some Bitcoin in your portfolio. You own Tesla stock. You own blah blah blah. You own blah blah blah. And these are, you know, so derivatives of derivatives maybe. But I think everybody in their 401k in one way or another has some Bitcoin.
I guess
That's
you could
true.
look at it that way.
Google was looking at it, right? Like, and there's some large, like, major companies that were looking at adding Bitcoin to their treasury. And if you own a mutual fund and you've got Apple stock or you've got Google stock, then that is indirect exposure to Bitcoin, I suppose.
Well,
right?
not even that. You look at like Tesla's in the S&P 500, right? So if you have any you know, any fund that follows the S&P 500 index, then well, yeah, I mean, it's not self custody, but you're exposed.
Dude, that's kind of cool. And they have no idea.
You're gonna have to come on.
Yeah, and that's what also they, I think a lot of financial advisors and stuff were getting away with for a while was until they can make money off of it and directly, custody or whatever. That's how they're getting around it. No, don't move your money anywhere else. Don't go buy Bitcoin. Stick it with us because don't worry, we got you. We have it through these whatever vehicles, but pretty soon, and it's going to be a lot more apparent to even the 70-year-old person that's trying to manage their IRAs or whatever.
Well, you want to cut the middleman out, right? And they're the middleman, and they don't want to be cut out. It's just that simple.
Well, what about the banks too, right? The banks are fighting. I think the banks are fighting for anything they can to be a part of it, so that they don't get left behind, right? That's why you got the FDIC saying you're okay, the SEC saying you're okay. At some point, like we'd like to say here, Granny's going to be able to go into Bank of America and throw 20% of her savings account into hopefully Bitcoin, Ondo for sure, VeChain 100%. All of these my favorite coins. But no, honestly, I think at some point, the exposure that everyday Americans are going to get, and I'm sure, dominoes will fall. Like I would assume, smaller countries may be first, to bring this out, but we'll be probably the biggest. I would think, I would imagine that once the commercial banks, the retail banks offer crypto services, which I know should happen, hopefully this year, if not early next year, or I mean,
Uh,
maybe later. Go ahead.
So in America, do you get like in the States? Do you get penalized for taking out your what is it, a 401k? I guess you call it, or IRA? Do you get penalized for taking money out of that if you wanted to reinvest it in Bitcoin? Because in Canada, we have these mutual funds, and you get like fucking taxed like 40% or some shit if you want to like reinvest your money, like take your money out of the bank and out of an already invested mutual fund and put it into Bitcoin. So they basically got your money held hostage here. It's really weird. Like the other day, my mom was like, "I wish I could just take a little bit of my savings and put a little bit more into Bitcoin." I'm like, well, "Why don't you?" And she's like, "Because I lose like $10,000." I'm like, "What the fuck? What are you talking about?" And they're like, "Yeah, no, the bank like locks your money in for a period, and then
it's
Yeah,
so crazy." I suggest everybody watch on YouTube. There's a documentary called The Retirement Gamble, and it talks about people's 401ks and all the garbage that's in it. And it's literally just like taking your money and making money for all these mutual fund holding companies and banks and all this stuff. And like if you actually dig into your 401k and look at where all these fees are going to and the stuff that you have no idea that's even in there, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. And Fidelity, but I guess it depends on the investment group that you're in, but Fidelity, they do charge you a withdrawal fee to pull it out before a certain age limit. So once you hit a certain age, they don't charge you a fee to withdraw it. So I mean, it's near retirement age, like near 60.
Oh yeah, no, my mom's like in her 70s and she's still getting penalized for trying to take money out. It's
It depends on who she's with. Now that's Fidelity because that's who I've been with in the past. So I know that's how they've done it because I've done early withdrawal to be able to reinvest it. But I can't speak for anyone else other than Fidelity. But I will tell you, Fidelity, you can buy Bitcoin. It's coming through Fidelity. They are getting ready to offer that as a service where you have the ability to add that to your portfolio.
Is
So
that
it's
something?
coming.
Is there a timeline on that? Do you know?
I've just read it in articles, so I don't know. I just know that it was mentioned like a month or two ago. I haven't really seen much more in it, but they released it that they released it. Fidelity themselves released it that they're going to be offering that as part of their 401k that you can get Bitcoin. You can hold Bitcoin in their digital asset account. So when that is, I don't know. Obviously, there's regulations and legal things that are probably holding them back right now. So it just all depends on how that plays out for them to be able to offer that sooner rather than later. So.
Nice. There was it was part of the Atlanta Tech Week. It was Render Fest was down here, and ultimately it was like an engineer and developer hiring fair kind of a thing. But it was a conference, and Fidelity was there, and I had asked their rep, like, hey, super excited. I know you guys are, moving into the crypto space. And he was just like, oh, I don't know anything about crypto. I was like, huh? And and the guy was like, yeah, he's like, I know we have a crypto department, but don't know anything about crypto. I was like, oh, damn, that's crazy. Like, you would think like you would know something about it, especially if you work for Fidelity. But I think he was just an engineer or something. Just a scientist guy.
It's a janitor.
A professional nerd. Sorry to shout out to all of our professional nerds out there. Making crypto, make the crypto world go round. That sip of coffee was for them. That was the last sip of my coffee too, which means water from here on out, boys and girls, or boys and gal.
Bubble shot time.
I don't have a sink. I don't have a sink in here. That would be a little rough. But
what's rough?
I wouldn't be able to do my bubble.
Oh, bottle shot. Yeah, it's hard to do with like one hand on your phone and like one hand on the tap and no hands on your bottle. You need a third arm for that app, really.
Probably.
To get the perfect tap shot, it's hard. I'm not lying to you. Like that one was when my mother was like, "What's this water one?" And I'm like, "Okay, well."
Do you use the sink or the fridge?
Your hand on the. We have a Brita in the fridge, right? So it's like impossible to use. It's impossible. So what I do is I'll use my bubble shot. I'll just use the sink in the bathroom downstairs, take the shot, keep the glass there, and then use it to brush my teeth and shit. But like, yeah, I can't like use or if it's a refillable water station where like those ones in the world outside, you can like just place it there, and then snap your picture. That's perfect. But in the house, when you have to deal with the faucet, my God, what a nightmare.
Okay. The kitchen.
You never found that to be a nightmare?
No.
Yeah.
No, I find it to be relatively like because we have a kitchen or I most of the time will use the tap on the fridge, and that's pretty easy to just like hold the bottle with one hand and then take a picture with the other. We don't use a Brita thing. I've used the sink, and the sink is easy. You just like set the bottle in the sink and then turn the water on. Like you got to be ready to go. Like that's my thing is like you got to have and my app takes a little long to open up sometimes, and it may just be my phone and its storage and all that stuff because I don't know if everybody experiences the same thing. But
your cache, dude, check your cache. Your because it's a little browser. There's that number, and you'll see like the number 14 or whatever. Click on the number 14, and it'll be like all your fucking windows open, like your tabs inside your browser.
Okay, so I
clean that shit out on occasion.
I probably had like 70 of those open or something, and so I closed that today. I closed all of the browser tabs, so maybe that will help. Maybe that will help out. But yeah, it usually takes a second to get through. So you got to be ready to go. And then you just crank on the faucet, take a little step back, bada boom, take that picture, and then get ready to turn the faucet off when your bottle's full. So, and I usually I don't have, because I'll fill up my water bottle with a lot of ice because I want my water to be like really cold. And so I don't have a whole lot of time. So I've gotten really good at again, part of the process is make sure the VPN is turned off. So that's first. Go to Nord, turn off the VPN, and then go into vWorld, get into whatever app I'm doing, get this thing locked and loaded, ready to roll. And then, it's like, all right, then grab the coffee cup and then, take a picture, get ready, out to the clothesline. I love hang and dry for sure. That's a good one. Have you done that yet?
Yeah, it's a shame you can only do it. Yeah. It's just a shame you can only do it 4 times a week. But I mean, they got to keep rewards rolling in.
True, that's a big reward too.
Yeah, it's not a shit reward. So
I'm on the max.
take 4 a week.
I'm on the max
Yeah.
multiplier at
Are you? Oh, you got the
10.
max multiplier. How did you get that?
I can't tell you. I cannot tell you
Oh,
that.
come on! You cannot tell me that.
I cannot
How
tell
did you get
that.
the maximum multiplier? Is it just over time, or what happens?
Probably you're just like taking really good photos, you know, and just, you know, I don't know. Just, you know, over time, just keep going.
Okay.
You got this.
Yeah, I got it. Son of a bitch. Sorry, Mrs. Chains. I didn't really mean to call you that.
Oh, it's all right.
You're
He calls me
listening.
worse.
What? You call your son a bitch?
Oh, you said Miss Child. You're talking about my wife.
Oh, yeah. No, I meant old. Well, I don't want to call her old lady Chains. Fuck, I'm digging myself deep
Mama
here
Chains.
with the Chains family.
Mama Chains.
Mama Chains.
Mama
That's right.
Chains.
That's right. Mama Chains.
Yeah, Mama Chains. What's up, Mama Chains?
Good grief.
Yeah, well, we got to FaceTime.
Little baby Chains.
We got to FaceTime my mom later today with Emmy.
Yeah. Oh, man. Those must be precious moments.
Oh, it's so cute. Like they have tea parties over FaceTime, but she'll just take her iPad up to
No
the room
way.
and it was funny. One day they were pretending to like have a tea party and like grocery shop. And like we had gone up in her room later in the day and she had taken like all the spices out of the spice cabinet and like everything was like up and she got like a little play kitchen in her room. And so it was like all the spices were in the little pantry of this thing. It was like, wait a second, you can't take the real food.
How did you get the real spices?
How did you even like?
Hey,
How
wait,
did you
that's
do
not
this
a
without
spice.
realizing you like raided the spice drawer or the spice pantry? Without, you didn't even notice. That's not good. That's not good for us.
Yeah, you got to keep all the spices on lockdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna have to have like motion cameras set up everywhere.
Special spice drawer, yeah, with like motion cameras and sensors all over it.
Just moving all over. Shifty.
Little laser system. Yeah.
Shout out to
Sneaky.
we got a lot of, I see there's some people in the YouTube chat. What's up, everybody? Crypto Princess is there. What's up? DJ Brian, Poe Man, Fubar over on X. What's up, fam? Blocky. What's up, dog? Amp Night. Let's go. Guys, make sure you smash that like button if you are watching the show. I appreciate you. If you're here in the space and you want to participate, all you gotta do is raise your hand. We got a nice group up here. Make sure you do the things. It's an intimate show today here over.
Hello, YouTube fam. I'm missing. I always forget there's a YouTube fam out there until I started talking about your mama. And then I was like, oh shoot, I gotta watch myself. And then you started listing off all these names of all these awesome people that we know. And I'm like, damn, they should be in the space too. But I guess some people, space is their jam. They like YouTube best, and I get it.
This is true. This is some people just aren't X people, and that's okay. You know, that's all right. That's why I'm gonna try to find a way probably to stream to some more places. And, you know, obviously, you know, I think I'm keeping the 10 a.m. or maybe moving this thing to a little bit later in the day, to where it works a little bit better for everybody else on all different time zones. So we'll see. We'll decide. But I love 10 a.m. It's a good time to meet with you guys. It's good for the
I know. 10 is perfect. 10 is perfect, and it's too bad we have time zones, because like that Western time zone is a killer, because they're like all lazy and like already, and they're like weak from eating nothing but fucking wheatgrass, and they're like fucking they get no.
I just, you know, like for me personally, and I'm not throwing shade at all by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not throwing shade, but I'm up early. Like I'm up between 5 and 6. Sometimes, like the other day, I slept until 8, and that was weird, and that was on Saturday, and that's fine. But like I'm usually up super early. Like there's no way. And you know, if I were just listening at 7 a.m. would be easy. You know, starting a show at 7 a.m. is a little different, but just listening, man, that's easy. And I'm definitely like shocked that there are people who are not awake at 7 a.m. as grown adults. What's wrong with you? Wake your ass up. Hello,
That's what I'm
Frank.
saying. Eat a steak once in a while.
I was I guess I'm still a baby because I slept till like 9. I'll be honest. but hey, too much. Just to let you know, I was up till like 3 a.m. So I have a reason to
That's
sleep
different.
in a little bit.
That's totally different. I see. Now I'm an old ass man. I think I was in bed by like 9:45, asleep by like 10:30 last night. So Okay, that's my own thing. I go to bed early, and that's why I wake up early. I'm gonna
When
be.
you know
Handle-
what time you, you went to bed and you know what time you fell asleep at, that's when you're old. I went to bed at 9:30. Let's see, I fell asleep around 10:45. Nobody does that, man.
Thanks, Carrie.
I am dying laughing. That's so fun.
Hello, Frank. Frank's got his hand up. He's such a gentleman. GM, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? How you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I was just gonna chill out, hang out down there in the listening section because I finally made it 10 a.m. and here we are. Everybody's up here talking about how early they get up. I finally made a 10 a.m. episode, and now you're talking about changing the time again. Now I gotta go through all this again.
Well, it will be later. If anything, it'll be later.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's 9 a.m. and I wake up like 8:30. I'm like, yeah, I could catch it at 9 a.m. and it doesn't come on at 9 a.m. And I remind myself, it's like, no, it's 10 now, Frank. And then 10 comes around and I'm busy, and then noon comes around and I'm like, shit, where did 10 go?
Yeah, I know. We need more hours in every day, but not for work, for the things that we love to do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I appreciate hearing everybody's voice, Carrie. Everybody still here, everybody up here, hanging out. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. How are things going
It's
in
like
your world?
it's
What's
like
going
home.
on?
Oh man, doing great things in this world. The bag company, we got Crazy 8 Bags.
Yep.
They do have a Twitter and Facebook and all that stuff. So y'all feel free to go look it up. Crazy 8 Bags is doing really well. We're working on the next drops and working on what we're doing, what we're going to connect to those next drops. And if you don't know, Crazy 8 Bags is a cornhole bag company that uses the digital art or NFTs as the art for the bags. So we're working on the next drop. I officially handed the company off to my friend who's helped me build the company from the very beginning. The only guy that stuck by my side the whole time and been like, yeah, no, this is good. No, we should do this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I finally had to hand the company off to him, make him, in charge, put him as CEO of the company. Because I've been working on a program called CLIP, Cornhole Leadership Integrity Program, which is picked up steam, and it's taken my full time interest, my full
Love to hear that.
my full attention to it. So which is super good. What it is in quick explanation, it's Cornhole Leadership Integrity Program. It's a school program for students. It can be implemented in middle, high school, or college. It combines competitive cornhole with CTE skills. So not only are students playing cornhole, but they're also getting hands-on career-ready skills and learning leadership, getting ready for the workforce. So it's been super dope to build out, and we're talking to a few organizations about it. And it just requires my full attention now. So if you don't mind, I started a new YouTube channel that
Love it.
explains the program, where we do a little podcast and we go through the handbook of the program and explain it. And it's called Inside Clip Nation. And so that's if y'all go like and subscribe there, I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to my 2 subscribers. Y'all mean the world.
Do you have a
um,
you have a link for that? Oh, right here.
oh man,
Here we go. Put that up in the jumbotron there.
hey, appreciate you.
Also, we can put this as a link. Let's see. Let's go to your page.
But yeah, man, I've just been super busy and building and just doing fun stuff, man. You know what they say? They say when you do something you enjoy, you never work. And honestly, I know I've done a lot of work, and done a lot of stuff, but it just doesn't feel like it because I've enjoyed every moment of it.
That's the most important thing right there. All right, there we go. There's a if you're watching the live stream, there is the link to the YouTube page inside Clip Nation. There it is. You got the vanity ticker and all. Love it.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
Of course. I subscribe to
That
it.
means the world.
I'm in there with you guys. I'm number 3.
Hey, shout out to all 3 subscribers.
Let's
Y'all,
go.
y'all the best.
There it is. All right.
But
Make
yeah,
sure you
man.
guys subscribe. Get in there. Get in there.
What you been up to, man? How's the family? How's the markets? What are we
Oh
doing
man,
here?
family is good. Just we're doing the fun stuff every single day here. We go on bike rides, we go to the pool, we rearrange the house, all that. Markets are listen, I got smoked out a few weeks ago when I got hacked. So I am in rebuilding phase right now. So I'll take any dip. I can probably start looking for a job in Web3 here pretty soon. I think that's probably my next move. Let's see what we can do. Go to the fiat farm a little bit here and there, and then keep doing this, man. Growing the show, growing the brand. That's the goal. Things are going well. Every day, man. Every day we build. Every day we work. Every day we keep pushing. 1%. That's my whole thing, man. I'm not sitting still, sitting idle. Just trying to, make sure we push every single day. 1%. You guys know me. That's what we do. That's how we run it here. So.
Hey, it's the same way when you're building a company, man. Just 1% better. Send out that email. Get that little task done that you need to get done. You know what I mean?
That's it.
It goes with everything. Just do everything just a little 1% better, and it'll be a drastic change.
Yeah. If you sent 2 emails yesterday, send 3 today. Come on, man. It's that easy. It's just do a little bit more. That's it. So speaking of, it's time to skedaddle. I gotta go and get on with my day. I know you guys got to do the same thing. So. Let's go. All right. Anybody?
So it's 10 a.m. right? I just got to make sure for clarification. I'm asking for a friend.
What is? Right now it's 11.
The show, 10 a.m.
Dude, we're not going to change it on you, dude, without letting you know.
Yeah. So here's the deal. It's like so Thursday morning we do the VeChain Power Hour. Friday morning we do. I think probably Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe I'll just find a different time to do it because we've got like classes and some other things for our daughter, and it's just a rough time to do that for all 5 days this week. And so I think Tuesdays and Wednesdays maybe later throughout the day, which works for me and hopefully for you guys to pop in and maybe catch a replay, whatever. But then Thursday, Friday, Monday, Thursday, Friday, I think will always be 10 a.m. It's a good way to kick off the week. It's a good way to have our VeChain Power Hour on Thursday, and it's a good way to send the week out, unless we think the pizza party should be later on a Friday, which sometimes I kind of do, because then I would actually be eating pizza most of the time versus, talking about it and just getting myself hungry. As much as I love pizza, I don't want to eat it at 10 a.m. on a Friday. I want to eat it in the evening on Friday with my family or other people. But that's my problem. All right. You guys got anything to, Tyler, go for it before we get out of here.
Hey, how do you feel about giving some more tokens away this Friday on your show?
Let's do that. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. We had an amazing fight this week between 2 communities, and there's over 500,000 punches thrown back and forth online on our game. So it was pretty epic. So I'll give you some tokens and do a little giveaway on the Friday show.
Absolutely, man. That sounds good. Well, I'll shoot you DM. We can connect. We'll get that thing promoted, and we'll get the community in here. We'll have some fun. There it is. I'm telling you guys, if you want to learn how to earn free crypto, come just listen to the show. Tell a friend. Not only do we talk about the VBetterDAO ecosystem, which you can earn free crypto by doing things that are sustainable that you're probably already doing. Also, Fridays, most of the time, we're giving away some crypto. We'll find some more things to do. So make sure you guys tune in. But now it's time to tap out. And not because you're getting TKO'd, baby, because it's time for you to go. All right. Anybody else got anything before we skedaddle? All right.
Tell Tap Out to go ahead and cut you a check for that free promo you just ran.
That was pretty good, right? That just came on. It was just off the cuff. That's how good we are. They used to call me One Take Tommy. That's just how good it was. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow for sure at some point. And I got some videos I got to record as well. So you guys will start seeing some of that stuff. If you got anything that you need, you know where to find me. Until then, ciao for now.